Welcome to Improved Garage. Today I'm going to be talking about a product that was sent to me for testing. This is the MJJC Foam Cannon S version 3.0. I have a lot of foam cannons. I have some things that I like and don't like about each one of them. So I'm going to open this up. We'll talk about the product itself. We'll give it a test, and I'll let you know my honest feelings about it. So periodically manufacturers do reach out to me to ask if I'm willing to test their products, and generally if it's something that I use or have interest in, I will say yes, provided that I don't have any paid reviews or anything like that, and I'm allowed to say exactly what I actually think. I guess the fact that this is a free item is kind of a payment. So when you open the box, there's foam on top. Operating instructions are here, and here's what it looks like. It's upside down in the box, it looks like. So we'll pull out the pieces, and then we will talk about what's included. They make multiple versions of this foam cannon. This is the 1/4 inch version, which is going to work with my Krenzla pressure washer or anything that's using standard 1/4 inch quick disconnects. They have a bunch of different ends. So if you had like a Karcher pressure washer with a Karcher wand on it, you could actually buy this with the Karcher nozzle or Greenworks or whatever. Like, they have a variety of different ones out there. I have the standard universal 1/4 inch quick connect. So inside the box there is the brass head. There is the inlet that I chose, which again, like I said, is the 1/4 inch quick connect. There is a weighted pickup tube, another orifice, and the bottle itself. So what we'll do is we'll open this up. So here is the weighted tube. Now this tube is blue. It has the standard ball on the bottom of it, just like the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro does. You have to push this tube onto there's like a nipple here. It's kind of one way it goes on. I'm sure you could pull it off if you really yanked on it, but it's designed to go on and stay on. And then at the bottom there's a weighted ball. I do like the weighted ball because it allows you to just naturally get the soap or whatever it is that you're spraying out of the foam cannon. When you're holding it back, the ball goes back. When you're holding it forward, the ball goes forward. You can spray, you know, whatever on its side or something along those lines and not worry about not picking up product when the foam cannon is approaching empty. On the back, this is where the orifice goes in. So you can see there's an orifice that's already installed. That's the 1.25. The 1.1 is in this bag. So you would use the 1.1 if you had a lower end electric pressure washer, like if you had a Greenworks or a Sunjo or something along those lines. My Krenzla K1322, something like an Active 2.0, an AR630, those will all use the 1.25 that's already installed in here. So we're not going to change that out. Now in this bag is the inlet that I chose, which I've said multiple times is the 1/4 inch quick connect. So that's pre-installed, and you can see that there's an O-ring on here. And this has a connector that's kind of like the 15 millimeter M22 style connector. So we can just kind of screw this on. There's no Teflon tape or anything like that needed because there are O-rings on this. So that's what the brass head looks like. In other reviews, I've seen other creators that have compared these two heads together and like taken this one apart and this one apart to see what the insides are like. And from what I understand, they're exactly the same. I'm not going to do that here. You can watch Panty Organizer's video, he actually did. So then to attach it to the bottle, they have this new design, which instead of it being threaded is like a 1/4 turn quick connect. So it goes on like this and it turns like that. I actually really like that. So, you know, so often we see these primarily Chinese manufactured companies come out with products and the products look remarkably similar to something that exists in another brand or is already an established product or something along those lines. Like the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro and the Griot's Foam Cannon are very similar. And there are others that are similar to it as well. And I realize there's only so many ways that you can make a foam cannon. But this is actually unique. I haven't seen this on any other manufacturer's foam cannon, and I like this kind of quarter turn quick connect. It's nice and solid. The lugs are actually fairly large, so they are very secure when it's on there, and the quarter turn makes it easy to take this on and off. The opening size is a little bit smaller than the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro or like the Griot's Garage Foam Cannon, but it's still large enough that most bottles are going to fit in there without a problem. It's way larger than the MTM PF22, and honestly, the downfall of the PF22 is the fact that it has a small nozzle. Like, that's probably the worst part about that foam cannon, unfortunately. So we're going to fill this up with soap. We're going to test it out. We're going to see how it works, and we're going to go from there. So one thing that I noticed is I filled this up with MJJC snow foam. I happen to have some from a previous test that I did, and it's their cannon, so I just figured it makes sense. When you shake this bottle, stuff comes out of the breathing hole. See it kind of flying all over the place. So you have to kind of put your finger over the top of the hole while you're shaking it up, which is something that I don't really have to deal with on other foam cannons, I find. They all have like a little nipple in there, and generally it doesn't allow soap to come out, but it's a minor thing, just something to point out. So I'm going to spray the Honda with this. I've already rinsed it off. I did the wheels with Brake Buster, which is in a different cannon. All right, so as you can see, the foam that it produces is nice and thick. It's, that shaving cream style foam, very similar to the other foam cannons that I've used in the past. So the Foam Cannon S works well, as I honestly expected that it would, because their old one, the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro 2.0, works well also, and has the same head, same internals, same connectors, different color, but it's pretty much the same up on top. So realistically, the only difference between this and that is the bottle and the color, if you care about the color. So really for me, this comes down to bottle design. I like the quarter turn quick connect. I think that's really cool. It's different. It's innovative, honestly. It's a really, really cool connection type. I guess honestly, I don't understand. I don't understand why they built this. I like it. It works fine. I don't have any problems with it. But they already have the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro. This guy right here. And this is $80 to $90, depending on where you get it from. This new one, the Foam Cannon S, is pretty much the same cannon as that cannon with a different bottle. It's the same money. It's $80 to $90, depending on where you get it. So why have two? That part doesn't make sense to me. Why do they have two foam cannons? What I would really like to see MJJC do is I would like them to do a short, fat bottle, like this one, clear, like this, so that you could see through it very easily and it's not this opaque white color. And same size, they're both 1000 ml, and do the quarter turn quick connect. So now we've got this foam cannon with a quarter turn and a clear bottle. And I think that that is a winner. That is a really, really good option. And just consolidate the line. Like, why have two different foam cannons that are almost identical? Nobody's going to want a tall bottle if a short bottle exists, because the tall bottle is going to be top heavy. The problem with the original foam cannon, the MTM PF22 that like everybody uses, is that it used to come with this stupid bottle. And it would tip over all the time and it would leak on the ground. You'd end up losing part of your soap out of the little air hole. So they came out with the PF22.2, this bottle. Only difference is the bottle. They're both 1000 ml. They both have the same capacity, but this one has a big fat base on it and this one has a tiny narrow base on it, and this one's tall and skinny. So now that we've kind of established as a detailing industry that the tall skinny bottles aren't as good as the short fat bottles because they hold the same amount and the short fat bottles are less likely to tip over, why do we still have manufacturers that are producing new products that have a tall skinny bottle? It just doesn't make sense to me. And I realized, like, this isn't bad. It's got some weight to it. It's standing up right here on my cabinet. I'm not running into any problems with it. But this one, completely empty, doesn't tip over. And this one is more likely to. So why increase that likelihood? Do a short fat bottle like you already do in your premium product, the Pro. And update the Pro with the new quarter turn connector, with the new clear bottle, and have that be your product. There's no reason to have two foam cannons, MJJC. Just have one. Have one really good one. Put all of your best technology into one foam cannon and offer it at the same price as your other two foam cannons that you have. But honestly, it's a really good cannon. I just don't understand why MJJC is making you choose between this awesome quarter turn connector and the clear bottle that you can see through, and having one that has the better short, fat bottle that is less likely to tip over. So anyway, if you're looking for a new foam cannon, this is a good option. I think that it works very well. You'll probably be happy with it. I've used my foam cannon Pro that I have here for about a year. I have 4 or so other foam cannons, so I don't use it every single week, but it works well. Every time I pull it out, I have no problems with it. And I don't expect it to give you any problems. It's all brass internals, full brass head, weighted tube. It's pretty simple and there isn't much that can go wrong. The kit is complete. It includes different orifice sizes. It includes extra O-rings. It's got the adjustment knob on the top for the amount of flow that you're pulling out of the bottle, which I generally leave set to the max. The grip on the bottle is good. The quarter turn is nice. I like the clear bottle. Yeah, I mean, it's a good option. But I think that if a manufacturer came out with something with that connector, that quarter turn connector, a clear, short, fat bottle that was 1000 ml, and maybe some metering tips like the Griot's Garage foam cannon has in it, that would be the foam cannon to own. It just wouldn't make sense to have any other options. There's one that does everything very well. That is the one to buy. But anyway, thank you for watching. There will be links in the description if you're interested in purchasing this. I can recommend it. It's a good product. I still personally probably like the Griot's Garage cannon a little bit better because of the metering tips. It means that you have to fill it less often, which makes the quarter turn fill neck a little bit more moot, because I can fill the Griot's Garage cannon and I can do 10 cars with it. And I fill this and I can do 2 cars with it. So I have to be mixing up soap. I have to be adding soap to it more often. It's not that it uses more soap. It's just that the Griot's Garage cannon has the ability to run soap full strength without doing any adjustments on the actual unit. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.